Hi Leos, welcome to your May reading. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. So how are you feeling, Leos? How are things over there with you guys? I hope you are okay. I hope you are safe and have found a way to sort of cope with this and found a daily routine. Okay, Leo, May, I feel a really good energy coming in for you guys. I really feel that there's a shift happening, and it has a lot to do with the shift of the North Node on May 5th. That goes from Cancer into Gemini, and the South Node goes from Capricorn into Sagittarius, which is a breath of fresh air. It's not gonna be necessarily instant change, but it does help you guys definitely be more in comfort zone again. So like I said, I feel good energy coming. I also really got the push to tell you that it's important to bring in a little bit more fun into your daily routine. Just overall, even though we're quite restricted into, we can have barbecues, big barbecue with a lot of people and family and get-togethers and all of that, and we can really be out on the beach and all of that, but definitely they're asking you to like sort of bring out the playfulness back, and that's also Gemini energy. So that's something that I kept getting for you guys. Also, allow other people to show their appreciation and gratitude to you. And I do feel that you're going to be praised for something this month. So be open for that, you deserve to get some recognition for the hard work you've been putting in. And for some of you, it's really just literally the universe sending you something because you've been actually working on, working on yourself, doing that internal reflection, and because of that you're gonna get a payout for that, or gonna get some recognition. Or maybe it's just it's a physical person, or it's a group of people, things like that. Like anything you try, you came out of your comfort zone for something, you're gonna get a recognition for that, and allow people to extend that to you. Like, be open to receive those things because they're coming at you. And it's so much more fun for a person to give something to someone who is like happy to receive it. I don't know, that's something that I got. Okay, Leos, I'm gonna pick up this angel message deck. I'm gonna get a message for you guys for the month of May. By the way, I just want to give you I wanted to say something, and that's because certain things are changed in the rhythms on here and it's really important for all creators to receive likes on their videos. So I'm not necessarily saying like, hey, like this video. I mean, I would really appreciate it, but also just be aware, like when you watch other creators, just hit the like button. It just helps the channel, and it's a small thing to do. And because creators put in a lot of time, energy, and effort into making these videos, so I just wanted to be stand for that one. So I just I'm so bad with things like this. I just normally never ask for likes or the subscribes or anything like that, because it's just not my style or not something I feel guided to do. But this one I do, I really do, because I see other creators as well, like the views and stuff, it's just so different, and they do deserve the recognition, or to at least have their message get out there and have more people watch it. And I just feel guided. Basically, my Aquarius North Node is like sort of guiding me to take a stand in that one, and even if I make a small difference, it's already enough. So yeah. All right, so let's see. There we go. This is your card, 5 of Emotion. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past, so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a natural part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move forward through the process quickly, so that you can get back on the pathway to joy. I love that one. Get it back on the pathway to joy. So that's again sort of a guideline to like, come on, Leo, try and follow with bliss, try and follow the joy. Where's the playfulness? And so like they said, maybe there are certain people around you that could help you with that. You can open up and just be, just come up in a more vulnerable state and just be really honest about how you've been feeling, what you've been dealing with. Not trying to put on a mask, well, everybody's wearing mask out there, but you know what I'm saying, like a figural mask. Or your angels. Just ask your angels or ask the universe or ask God if that's something, you connect to. It's all similar energy, but everybody has their own name or the way to call it and that they feel comfortable with, and I'm all for it. So ask them to help you to get through this, or to send you some signs on which pathway to take. Maybe get out of confusion or out of feeling like you have to hold on to a feeling because of what a person did or what a person didn't do. And maybe a situation like maybe you worked really hard and then now you were supposed to do and bring out something in the summer, and now it's not possible because of the situation we're all in, what we're dealing with. And that of course brings disappointment and maybe grieving energy around something. And it's important to work through that, because that's what I say, you gotta go through it, like work through it, with it, feel it, let it go, heal it, and then get back on a different pathway. So forgiveness is an important part of healing, and that's something I really want to make a separate video on, because I could talk about healing and I could talk about forgiveness necessarily like for hours actually. Alright, Leo, let's see what the tarot has for you for this month. There's your Tower. What has happened? I see that a change is coming, or it either has already arrived. Shock value, I'm hearing. A shock value. But how do we work with that? Because the universe sometimes shucks things up, changes things, or blocks things, or close a door, or open a window. Things like that. So we can get back to what's really important. Sometimes we get really caught up in a, for example, a relationship or a work situation or anything. And we're so focused on that, then there's almost no room for other things, or we can get really lost in it and feel like that's all we're meant to do. I feel a shift and change when it comes to working. I see a breakthrough almost, because I don't really see a breakdown. I see a breakthrough happening surrounding your work and your finances. Also the work, the inner work you've been putting on yourself. Exactly. And that's the energy that I felt in the beginning. That recognition you're gonna receive. This was it. You worked with it. You're working through it. And let the universe show their appreciation. Let other people show their appreciation. So I see success, overcoming a difficult time. Yeah, very, very difficult time. And you're coming out renewed, fresh. They all wanted me to work with all these cards. Some of you have lost someone. Some of you have lost someone. And that's really something that's just shocking to the soul, to your emotional body, to your mental body. It's a moment of stillness. It's like everything stops. And you are right in the middle of the storm, basically. And what I show with this, not everybody has to have loved somebody. Wow, I really need to tune in to learn how to speak because it's going all over the place. I'm not necessarily that everybody of you has loved somebody, but some of you did, and that's why these cards come true in this way. Because if these cards come true with the three of them, mostly means physical death, basically. But not always. I'm saying it could mean that. But I'm reading for a lot of Leos. If it wasn't personal, it would be a different story. But it's a general reading. So for some of you, it was literally an ending of a chapter, an ending of a toxic cycle. Was it with yourself? Was it with work? Was it with another person? It was an ending of a toxic cycle. And releasing yourself from that toxic cycle, releasing yourself from that is mostly always uncomfortable, because you wouldn't have stayed in a place where things were just not healthy on a soul's level. You wouldn't have stayed in there if it was so easy to release it. So it's always sort of an uncomfortable feeling about, okay, I don't know where it's gonna go, but I know that this is not it, and I need to go. And even though it's hard, because this is all I know right now, this is my comfort zone, this is what, at least I know what I can expect, and I don't know what I can expect on this, next chapter, or if I move out, or if I move on, or move forward. I see that that's uncomfortable, but I also see that you're instantly getting a payout for making that decision. It's also you disconnecting from a way of communicating with yourself, communicating with others, what you decide to leave, behind, and what you decide to are opening up about. It's like it's out there on the table, and it's giving you instant payout, because I see like you're starting fresh, you're starting new, and even though it's uncomfortable and you see all these options, or you see that it's just very overwhelming to feel this sense of that you have that freedom, but it's also kind of an unknown territory, an unknown destination, and that sometimes can also creep up, and it's like feeling overwhelmed with the 7 of Cups. I do see that if you just listen to your guidance, if you just listen to the things that might feel good, then take things by a week. Okay, I think that that's what's coming through. Take things by a week. If you want to try something out for a week, good. Okay, try things out for a week, just 7 days, and then if you don't like it, you can shift it after 7 days, or you at least not feel like now you have to make decisions that are gonna be around forever. Don't do the whole forever thing right now. That's not the moment. Just try options. Look at things. If something feels good for 1 week, do it, because if you feel a little bit scared about the future, try and just be very in the present moment. Take it day by day, but what I say, week by week, so it doesn't feel so overwhelming to make a certain decision. That's what I got for you. I do see that with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands and then the Fool card as well, it all indicates that you decided that I'm going to follow the pathway back to joy. You are. And there are many blessings and good things that are coming from this pathway. So if you have been doubting to leave this energy, do it, because there's much more out there for you. There really is. There is this beautiful beginning where you feel your funny, your exciting Leo self again, where you are feeling that sense of fulfillment. Like I can be myself, you see? Because this is you guys coming out in your own reading. It's very powerful, especially after something like this. So you're working your pathway back to yourself, but it's like the self that is funny, and the self that likes to try new things and the fun, and the self that is bold and try adventurous and is sweet and kind and loving to other people and gives, because that's something that also gives you a lot, and just your fun self. And some of you have really lost that part of yourself and you felt miserable. And that's not for all of you. I know that. And if you're not in that, then that's only very, very positive. But some of you felt really, very lost from that side of yourself that makes you a Leo, that makes you you. And how beautiful is it and exciting that is something that's going to come back. And it's here. And I know this has been a very challenging year so far for a lot of you guys. And I think that 19 was a similar theme for you guys, and I know your health has been very challenging you at the same time as well. So let me see. With the Knight of Wands, see, that's beautiful. It's like pick an option and go for it, Leo. Because that's the thing, you don't have to choose something for life right now. You can just choose something, commit to it, but then also put all your energy and effort towards it. And then if it doesn't work out, fine. Because you were bold, you were adventurous. And that's something like enlightened something within you. And that's something that nobody can take away from you, regardless of something completely working out the way that you wanted to or expected it to. No expectations. Just go in for it, for the lessons and the experience, you know? Three of Swords with the Ace of Wands. Yes, out of this heartache, out of this hard time, out of this feeling lost, you have this new beginning arising from it. And it never felt better, is what I'm feeling. And it just never felt better. Now is the time, Leo. Now is the time to let it go. To leave these cups behind and to focus on what you got, what is coming in. But do not neglect this either. Acknowledge it. Work with it. Work through it. Get some help. Whether that's professional help, whether it's help from friends, whether it's help from family, whether it's help from an unknown person that you might only know from the internet. Maybe it's the universe you want to talk to. Maybe it's God. Maybe it's your angels, your guides. Maybe it's your higher self you're tuning into. But get some help to work yourself through that in whatever way feels comfortable for you, because the only way is up at this point. And there's a beautiful mountaintop you're gonna climb, and I see the view and it looks really, really bright. It looks beautiful. It looks like a hike you make, right? And then halfway there you're like, what am I even doing? I could have been at home eating some popcorn, watching some Netflix. What am I doing here? But then you get up to the mountaintop, and you see this view, and you hear this silence away from it all. And then you see the sun is starting to set, and then just those 10 minutes are just, worth the whole climb. And that's what's coming for you guys. So, yeah, you got this. I really have a lot of faith for you guys. I do. I'm gonna put 3 cards out on the table, Leo, so you can pick your extra message for this month. What shall we do? Which deck shall we pick? I think I'm gonna pick up the spirit message, because you guys can use some extra guidance. Alright, 3 cards for my Leo, please. No. 3 cards for my Leo. 3 cards for my Leo. There we go. 1. Oh, this one wants to come, and then this one. Okay. Okay, put 3 cards down. Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. Tune in which card is calling you. Maybe it's 2, because it's all a Leo energy. But I'm going to start off with the first card. You have Seek. Beautiful. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of the universe, including you. We are all one with the universe and always will be connected to one another. So tune into that. Tune into that knowledge. Tune in if you feel like you're not belonging right now. You are actually connected to each and everything. I'm connected to this table. I'm connected to you guys energetically. I may not be physically seeing you. You guys may not be physically here in the room with me, but I can feel you. I'm connected to you. Even if you're all the way up in, I don't know, Australia, LA, New York, Russia. It doesn't matter. I can feel you guys, because we're all one. You guys are a part of me. I'm a part of you. Card number 2. Inspired passion. That's it. That's what's coming in. So, another call for you guys to bring a bit more of that joy back into your life. Life devoid of passion can be very boring. Uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is I find that line, sorry Leo, but that line is so depressing. I'm sorry. I just have to get it out because every time I read it, an uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Isn't it just a little dark? I'm sorry. Let's move on. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Okay? This is an opportunity. This, everything we are living right now, existence, this day, is an opportunity to set some new goals. And you have that. You have the Ace of Wands coming in for you. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming in for you. All of that new energy. You have the Fool card you can work with. So that's the thing. Reignite so you can feel connected again. Connected to earth, connected to people, connected to nature, connected to the ocean. Connected. Connection. Card number 2. I told you. I knew that this was coming out. That vulnerability that I felt. This is a confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown. Unfamiliar territory. Where decisions are based more on intuition than on rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Okay? Open up. It's a lot of strength shown in that. A lot. And the payout is better than you can ever imagine. Because you get to set yourself free from that weight. You know? It's never a bad thing to show your vulnerability. I know we live in a society, and I know that a lot of parts of you, say that it is. And it shows it's weakness and it's not, yeah. But then again, it makes you human, it makes you real, it makes you unique. It tells a lot about your life story and the things that you went through. Because nobody lived your life, only you lived your life. Maybe some people lived a small fraction of your life with you, shared similar storyline, but then it still wasn't them living your life, standing and walking in your shoes that made you you. So if somebody has no understanding why you do what you do, why you say what you say, that's because they didn't live your life, Leo. Only you live that. So if you can even be vulnerable with yourself, if you can even have compassion for yourself, who know what you've been through, then it's hard to expect that other people can do it either. Because in order for you to show yourself the vulnerability, that comes first before you can actually open up about it. Alright, Leo, I can sit here and talk to you guys for hours because I was actually sort of hesitant about doing this reading, but now I'm doing it. I feel really connected to you guys, but I'm gonna have to do another reading. I have some personal readings I need to do and get to. So I love you, Leo, so much, and better things are coming. Much better days are coming in ahead. So know that you're on your way to climb this mountain, and you still will see the sunset beautifully, and it will be worth it. I love you. I'll be back soon, and be kind towards yourself and have a beautiful month of May. Bye, Leo.